Welcome back to Great Day. Oh, I'm so excited. When it comes to music, R&B has produced some of the most iconic groups with songs that will last a lifetime. The Temptations, The Supremes, Earth, Wind and Fire, Gladys Knight and the Pips, New Edition and Boys to Men spanned decades. But it wasn't just about the music. It was also about the clothes, the moves and grooves. It was a show. Our next guests are enhancing the genre that got lost in music's modern age. A respect for true romance and lasting relationships, the group Sentury has been described as, let me get ready to say this, silk in motion. You heard them at the top of the show, Leo, CJ, Rico, and AJ. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time, Frank, hold that shot. Okay, here we go. Leo, CJ, Rico, and AJ. All right, a little smooth moves right there. All right, Sentury, you're all from Houston. You're all in your 30s, and so you missed that you got a little bit of taste of it from your parents, right? But 9-time Billboard charting group. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. It's just a blessing just to be working and being able to do that 9 times on Billboard.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the making of the band. So a lot of you got your start in music, like a lot of us, in church, right?
Yes, yeah. That's our foundation.
Yeah. You sang in services, musicals, fellowship, the whole bit. Okay, and then you were trying to form the group, but you wanted CJ to come, but you had to ask for Mama's.
Yeah, we had a little we had a little difficulty. So just to give you guys a short snippet story, we actually all were in separate groups. I was writing, producing. I had another group. Rico and AJ were actually solo artists. So we were at an event one night, and I talked to them. I was like, fellas, listen, what we doing? And Rico was like, what we doing, Leo? What we doing, Leo?
Strength in numbers here.
What's the deal with that? And AJ was actually going to Houston School of Music, and I was actually going there too. So we were seeing each other and singing, and we had the same instructor. So we just started working in the studio, and we happened to be in the studio, and there was another guy, I don't know who his name is, and he was in I wouldn't say a rival group, but he was in another group. Yeah. And so we happened to go in the same room, and we just started working together and just vibing and things like that. And I pulled CJ to the side, and he was checking out what we were doing, and he was like, hey man, I like what you guys are doing. I was like, well look, let's talk. So we exchanged numbers, went back and forth texts. He actually started coming to some of the studio sessions. He snuck out, from his other group. So he's like, Leo, look, you
church
know what?
Boy sneaking out.
Yeah, church boy, hey, we all make mistakes. So
this is a good mistake. This is a good mistake, yeah.
So he was like, you know what, Leo, I really want to be down, but there's one problem. I said, what's the problem, bro? He's like, man, you have to go ask my mom.
Oh,
I said, really?
Let's find out about mom. Yeah.
Well, I was also part of a group around that time, and I was like checking him in his group out at the time, and I snuck out, and the group, the guys I was with, they really weren't taking it all that serious. So I was like, man, all right, let me figure out what I need to do. I hollered at Leo about it, and he said, man, look, one of my guys had quit on me. Would you want to be down? I said, yeah, that's cool. But, you got to go holler at my mama. He said, why is that? He said, because actually I'm not even supposed to be here. I had snuck out because I was on punishment at the time.
Restriction.
Yeah, so I had to, and he was so good with his mouthpiece. I said, man, look, you want to talk to my mama. I mean, you got to be real. Let lay everything out.
Did you call his mama and say, he's only human?
No, we ain't do that yet. We ain't do that yet.
Tell her what it is, CJ.
No, we ain't do that just yet. So he came to the house. I jumped back on the patio. It was making it seem like I was still there the whole time. I'm out there listening to the whole conversation, and Leo, he giving it to her, and she's asking 100 questions, and he has 100 answers, and he was being straight up. He said, "Look, all right, I'm gonna trust you with him, and you better not mess this up." And he was like, "Yes, ma'am." He gave him his word, and from that jump, from then on, we've been rocking.
I love it. If all kids were sneaking out of the house to join a music group, I think we all be in much better shape right now. Yeah. All right. So I touched on it earlier that a lot of you, in fact, all of you, grew up with that rhythm and blues music, which to me is to this day is my favorite music of all time. Rico, your mom was actually a backup singer for Luther Vandross and other groups.
Yes, I have a lot of musical influences in my family, from church to R&B. A lot of people, like I said, we used to do revivals, church caravans all the time. I got musical instruments. I've been around music my whole life. So one of my aunts, she used to sing backup.
Yeah. So but you also, you were an athlete as well.
Yes.
But music was always a part. Was always there.
It was always there.
Yeah.
Once my grandmother found out I could sing, she hurried up and friend took me to church.
Okay.
She
so
said, "Oh, you can sing that."
you were also described as the stylish one in the group. Are you the one who determines the?
I am.
Uh-huh.
I am. I'm very much involved in that process.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, AJ, in the Navy, where you can sail the 7 seas. You are a Navy veteran. Thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am.
Turned accountant, but you're also, music is strong in your background as well.
I actually started doing music again in the military, and we had like a show or something, and people didn't know I could sing. They're like, "Oh, you could sing." So we started a group, but they weren't as serious. So I went home and joined the School of Music, and that's where I met Leo. The guy that was there, who was it, Eric Bruner? He was like, "Oh, I know a guy that you can meet. You know, he's doing it. He's been doing it for a while." And so he introduced me to Leo, and we've been kicking it since then.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And also, you are a classically trained pianist.
Yes.
It's like all y'all play instruments, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could not only do the vocals, which is the ultimate instrument, but you can also play all the instruments as well. All right, why R&B?
It's just the love. It tells a love story. It tells a message of what we've been through, and you can never get away from love. Love has so many different facets. You know, you upset one day we love each other, one day we mad at each other, one day is, hey, can I take you to the park?
Yeah.
One day is, can we sit around and eat popcorn? One day is, hey, look, can we go to the mall? One day, you know what, I can't stand you, get away. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to love.
Yeah, you know, and I mentioned earlier, like during the 90s, you know, there was a whole point of all the way up until the 90s, you know, from the 40s, the 50s, about love, like you said.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it got into the hate of people and the disrespect of women became, a big topic. And so, because I mean, we had gone from "I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your car" to calling you all kind of names.
Yeah, well, yeah. We won't do that.
Yeah, and it seems like all y'all strong connection with your mamas. You know, like we're gonna respect some women.
Absolutely.
So, do you feel like that's part of the appeal that people have had to coming to this music and y'all charting?
Yeah, I think people really miss the essence of hearing R&B vocals and things of that nature. Not saying that we're reinventing the wheel, but it's just our brand of R&B, telling a love story.
And enhancing it, because you've modernized it, but you still have those classical things, the moves, the outfits, the whole bit. All right, it is so wonderful to be in front of an audience and be able to perform, and y'all have been able to do that with so many different people. But it's even, I would imagine more gratifying when you wake up and find out you charted on that thing called the Billboard. So tell me how you found out about it, each one. How did you find out about it, and how that made you feel?
We have a team, our management team. You know, I'm on the phone with the management team probably 30 times a day. Hey, Leo, we're here. And there's just different metrics that they're watching. When you get to like top 30, there's a certain metric. Top 25, there's a certain metric. Top 20, top 15.
Yeah.
Once you get in top 10, you're in there with everybody.
Yeah.
Like you're in there with the Chris Browns, the Ushers, the Bruno Mars. And so you're looking at that and like, wow, I've accomplished that. But people don't know, it's just not the song, it's just the team working behind.
Right,
people only see us, but there's 15,
and how
20
you
people.
do this, right? You know, today we have social media that helps to drive a lot of things as well. You could have signed with a record label and decided to go independent, which is that's a big decision.
Right. Well, I'm not going to say we wanted to control, but a lot of times with record companies, and we have been signed to a major record company. I mean, we were caught up in that situation for 10 years. Yeah. That's kind of why.
But now with social media, you can.
Yeah, we were caught. Yeah, we were like, I just asked God to give me the vision and give me the team and the motivation to be able to do this, and that's what we did. Yeah,
all right. Well, be on the lookout for new music from Houston's R&B sensation, Sentury, spelled with an S. Sentury. What's behind the name?
The Mark in Time. This is our Mark in Time, Sentury. That's what it means.
Okay. For more information, visit greatdayhouston.com. But right now, here's their #1 single, Only Human.
Maybe I should tell you that I have my faults, and there are no guarantees. No guarantee. Oh, baby, can't you see?
Great Day Houston.
Rock. Ooh.
You know what?
I'm only human. Hey, don't ask me for too much too fast. Oh, sensitive. That's what I am. Make no mistake about it. No mistake about it. Emotional. That's what I am. Feelings run deep inside me. Feelings run deep inside. I trust my heart, and usually it never lets me down. But every now and then I guess I lose my way, like people often do. And that just goes to prove that, you know what, I'm only human. Hear me, baby, don't ask me for too much too fast. I'm only human. And I'll be so very careful not to ever hurt you, baby.
Woo!